This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. Stick around until the end of the video to hear a word from today's sponsor, Sheath Underwear. It's just getting worse and worse for the Donald Trump. But I guess there's a way to avoid the dozens and dozens and dozens of counts held within multiple indictments against him. And that would be stop breaking the law. Stop committing crimes if you don't want to face the consequence of those crimes. Dragging people in. Yesterday it was announced there was a superseding indictment adding charges to the documents case against Donald Trump. Now, again, I hate beating the drum, but I served on a federal grand jury for a year and a half. Many cases we covered. A normal grand jury doesn't handle one specific case. Normally, it is dozens and dozens of cases. Whatever cases come within that jurisdiction, there's one grand jury that's set up that handles them. Our most famous case was the Michael Avenatti case in Orange County, California. So a superseding indictment is when the investigation doesn't stop after the first indictment, that the investigation continues, more facts and more evidence is compiled, and then the possibility of new charges adding to that original indictment, that's what a superseding indictment is. So they've added a bunch of new charges, including, well, I tell you what, we'll just read from the New York Times here to give you a flavor for what's going on. And then I'm going to play you a clip of Donald Trump's former lawyer and I guess part-time Civil War general reenactor, Ty Cobb. And I get the flavor from what he's saying that he thinks this is a slam dunk. He says the first indictment would last 1,000 years, and this new one will last into antiquity. I'm not sure exactly what that means. He's using very antiquated language. You know, if you look at him, it makes sense. But this isn't good. Here's the headline from the New York Times. Trump faces major new charges in documents case. The Office of the Special Counsel accused the former president of seeking to delete security camera footage at Mar-a-Lago. The manager of the property, Carlos de Oliveira, was also named as a new defendant. The revised indictment added 3 serious charges against Donald Trump attempting to alter, destroy, mutilate, or conceal evidence, inducing someone else to do so, and a new count under the Espionage Act related to a classified national security document that he showed the visitors at his golf club in Bedminster, New Jersey. Now, you'll remember the audio that I've played maybe multiple times of him having the conversation with the people who are writing the book for Mark Meadows, where he's shuffling papers and look at this. This is secret. Remember those quotes. And he claimed in an interview with Bret Baier on Fox News that, oh no, it wasn't a document per se, he said. It was articles or news clippings, maybe, is what he said. And now the government is indicating they have evidence, they have proof that it was not. That proof likely is coming from witnesses who are trying to set the record straight about what was in those documents that he showed them. Continuing on with the New York Times here, the revised indictment said that in late June of last year, shortly after the government demanded the security footage as part of its inquiry, Mr. Trump called Mr. de Oliveira, and they spoke for 24 minutes. 2 days later, the indictment said Mr. Nada and de Oliveira went to the security guard booth where surveillance video is displayed on monitors, walked with a flashlight through the tunnel where the storage room was located, and observed and pointed out surveillance cameras. A few days after that, Mr. de Oliveira went to see Mr. Tavares, who is identified in the indictment as Trump employee number 4, and took him to a small room known as an audio closet. There, the indictment said, the two men had a conversation that was meant to remain between the two of them, quote unquote. It was then that Mr. de Oliveira told Mr. Tavares that, quote unquote, the boss wanted the server deleted, the indictment said, referring to the computer server holding the security footage. Mr. Tavares objected and said he did not know how to delete the server and did not think he had the right to do so, the indictment said. At that point, the indictment said Mr. de Oliveira insisted again that the boss, meaning Donald Trump, wanted the server deleted, asking, "What are we going to do?" 2 months later, after the FBI descended upon Mar-a-Lago with the search warrant and hauled away about 100 classified documents, people in Mr. Trump's orbit appeared to be concerned about Mr. de Oliveira's loyalties. Quote, "Someone just wants to make sure Carlos is good," the indictment quoted Mr. Nada as saying to another Trump employee. Now, what they're doing there is obviously kind of a mafia tactic. Is he loyal? Is he good? It's not, hey, how's his family? Is he doing okay? Is he good? It's, is he good? Can we rely on him to keep our secrets and to be complicit in our crimes? It's along the same vein as Donald Trump having called Michael Cohen a rat and evoking mafioso-style language surrounding his legal troubles. Now, it's not just me, it's not just people in my orbit, it's not just people in your orbit who believe Donald Trump is in trouble, that this is going to cause significant heartburn for him, that this DOJ case is becoming a slam dunk. No? Ty Cobb, again, was on CNN last night with Erin Burnett, and she was asking him about it. Ty Cobb, a former White House lawyer, a hand-picked employee of the Trump administration because of his acumen as a lawyer. Watch what his response is to all of this and how he's categorizing this case, whether it be weak or, spoiler alert, whether it be strong.
Ty Cobb, the Trump White House lawyer. So, Ty, I know you've read through the new indictment, been able to sort of compare every count, see the new document added, which appears to be those Iran attack plans shown to a biographer. Trump said that, by the way, he showed nothing. It was just articles. They now have the proof that it was not. It was actually the document he was waving around. As you go through everything in this now 60-page superseding indictment, what stands out to you, Ty?
Well, I think this original indictment was engineered to last 1,000 years, and now it will last. The superseding indictment will last to antiquity. I mean, this is such a tight case. The evidence is so overwhelming. It's very difficult to imagine how Trump could say that his lawyers met with Jack Smith today to explain to him that he hadn't done anything wrong, on the same day that Jack Smith produces, this evidence of, overwhelming evidence of additional wrongdoing on his part.
A tight case. The evidence, according to Ty Cobb, Trump's former lawyer, that the evidence is overwhelming. What is overwhelming to me, to make a clumsy segue, is the silence from Republicans, the continued drumbeat of defending Donald Trump, or at the very least, ignoring the situation. When Donald Trump is putting national security at risk by sharing highly sensitive military intelligence documents, plans ostensibly drafted by the Pentagon, giving options for a potential possible scenario where a military conflict would be initiated against Iran. Secret stuff that Donald Trump is just splashing around in his residence. It's not that they're just stored in boxes. It's that he's actively undermining the national security of the United States of America by sharing these documents with people with no need to view them, no clearance to view them, in violation of the law. It boggles the mind that Republicans are not outraged. The party of strong national defense. It's because they're not. It's because they're not. What do you think? What did you think when you saw the news yesterday? Big time. I'd love to know. You can leave a comment below. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. I'd love to hear from you. You can follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore just about everywhere. And follow me there. I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine, take care of one another, and stand by for a very brief message from today's sponsor, Sheath Underwear. While they're not often visible on camera, I have actual tree trunks for legs. While these behemoths used to come in handy when I ran track when I was younger, believe it or not, I ran a sub 11 second 100-meter dash. Now, they just make it tough to find comfortable underwear. Of all the first world problems a person could have, I know mine ranks right up there. But this truly has been a rather consistent source of annoyance and discomfort. That is, until I found Sheath Underwear. Designed by a U.S. military member while in Iraq, someone who knows the definition of discomfort, Sheath's Underwear dual pouch system ensures your package won't stick to your leg, while also giving everything some space by separating your amigo from his maracas. Because of this technology, sheaths are recommended by multiple doctors and urologists and have over 20,000 five-star reviews. Tired of your eggs sticking to the pan? Head to sheathunderwear.com/Dollemore to score 20% off right now. Sheaths come in tons of designs and patterns and will arrive at your doorstep nearly instantly thanks to blindingly fast shipping and amazing customer service. My current favorites are the Airflow Mesh series, as they seem equipped especially for this worldwide heat wave we're currently experiencing. Oh, and Sheath also supports multiple charities like Socks for Soldiers and Doctors Without Borders, so you're doing good for yourself and you're doing good for the world simply by protecting the family jewels. The future of underwear is right now. Go to sheathunderwear.com/Dollemore to score 20% off on the underwear that will change your life. The old D and the B's will thank you.